Hello, everyone. Welcome to this inspiring space. My name is Maya. Today, I'd like to talk more about ceremony and integration after ceremony. In traditional cultures, preparation and ceremony and integration are part of a daily life. And there's a kind of reverence to the plant medicines as they are being served by shamans and medicine women and medicine men. And some people are scared of those plant medicines because they really see that they are very potent and they are gonna really shift their way of living. And why I'm starting with this, because I noticed over years of working with plant medicine in different parts of the world is that the way we approach ceremony, and again, there is a kind of a repetition of this somehow. Why? Because I see that there's still a kind of misalignment in the way we approach ceremony, the same way as we approach life, the same way as we approach relationships. And in my sharings, what I like doing more, and I like also to listen to people who resonate with where I'm at in my journey and also that inspire me, is that it is all based on intention. And the intention is related to how aligned are we when we approach a specific ceremony with a plant medicine. And what I mean by this in terms of alignment is how ready are we to really drop, to really surrender, to really let go in a safe space where we are trusting the space holder and we are really letting go in safe hands and in caring hands and in loving hands. And maybe this is also part of the dynamics that are at play, where in the high we don't really notice what is going on and we're kind of praising everything and everyone. And what I would like to highlight more today is when the lows happen, when we go through the lows. And there's so much going on in the world that there's a lot of themes related to drops, related to people hitting rock bottom in different ways, psychologically, emotionally, financially, socially, and also in partnerships and in families. And because of that, there is more need, or this is how I feel, there is more need to talk about integration. When we approach plant medicine ceremonies or we approach shamanic journeys, there is this expectation that everything is going to be fixed. And I know there's a lot of repetition around this. But what I would like to highlight more today is the impatience. We think that during ceremony, if we released a lot, then we are done. And that's not how it works. This is related to years and years and years of building on stuff over time. And even though in ceremony time is irrelevant and healing can happen in an instant, truly, the unfolding of the healing is related to continuing, maintaining the work and relating to the intention that was set originally and refining it. So this means that the purging or the releasing are ongoing. They're ongoing from the preparation before ceremony, as also through the ceremony and also after ceremony. Every single day we're releasing. It's not that when we are done with something or when we are clear on something, we don't need to keep giving back, releasing, letting go. And this is the essential part of the breath. This is the essential part of how nature also works. And, I keep mentioning this because I notice it with people when there's a linearity in the way they want things to happen. And as I'm guiding them in the preparation or in the integration, there is this kind of resistance but I thought I was done with this. And I'm like, yes, this is clear for you now, or this was clear for you a month ago. But as long as this is still opening up layers, you are still processing that specific theme. And when you remember your intention, you notice that, hey, this is what I'm releasing, instead of this is who I am. And so there's a broad spectrum when it comes to integration. And when we go through guiding that process, be it myself or be it other people who are doing this, and they're doing also amazing work, it's very much related to how can we invite a sense of patience in the process. Patience is very essential. And yes, we go through days of frustration, and yes, we go through days of, I'm done with this, I don't want this anymore in my life. Yet at the same time, if we don't want this in our life and we are in resistance of it happening and it's still happening, then there's something that we are still working with. And this is always an ongoing learning process. And so what happens in ceremony in terms of things coming to a certain culmination, a certain clarity, a certain revelation, and also a clearing, a big clearing of energy where one feels like this channel has opened within themselves. This is where it starts. And the processing of it energetically, and also how the body picks up on the change as the cells are being regenerated, as everything related to neurogenesis is happening, it requires time. And yes, we don't relate to time in ceremony because we are somehow out of the boundaries of time and space. Yet, time is part of our life. It doesn't define our life at all. It's part of our life in terms of how we function, how practical it can be when we meet someone, when we set up a time for a taxi to pick us up, or for an Uber to pick us up, or for a flight that we are taking, or a meeting that we had set. And when we are in alignment, when we are in a flow, we start tapping more into, I need to call this person now, regardless of what time it is. And this is where there's more synchronicity. So in my sharing today, the main theme is related to patience. And this is where I also invite myself to be patient in everyday's life, and also in how shamanism is related also to manifesting from the spirit realm into the physical realm, and how I watch this happening when an insight comes through and I see the action happening within a few hours or within a day. This is where I'm like, this is aligned. So when you are going through your process, be it preparation for your ceremony, or in the ceremony itself, or as you are going through a lot during the integration phase, I invite you to be patient. I invite you to deepen your breath. I invite you to slow down even more than you are. Because this is what allows you to be present as the mind is just going round and round into things. And by being present, you become aware and you notice more that these are just thoughts passing by and they're rippling a certain energetic expression in the physical body. How can I be present with this? And how can I communicate with the body to ease into the process, especially in days where intensity is really rising? And there's much of that happening, and I'm sure you're noticing this. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this is inspiring for you. This is really the intention of my sharings. And I keep looking into ways of sharing more. And hopefully, if this resonates with you, you can like, you can subscribe, you can also share it with loved ones and people who are going through post-ceremony or pre-ceremony phases, or even preparing for ceremony and the ceremony is very close. So you can put them also in a kind of friendly helping tool that they can listen to, knowing that there's a lot of information about the world of ceremony and plant medicine. And I feel that we need to filter things more. We need to refine things more. While all of the other information is in the space, it's about welcoming it, but being able to discern and refine our connection with our essence again and again and again. How does this resonate with me? How do I feel about it? Does it land well in my body? And to me, this is what really matters in my sharings. So if you like what I'm sharing, please like this video. Please subscribe. This helps also me see that, this is resonating with you guys, and also be inspired to keep sharing more and more. If you'd like to know more about me, what I do, my journey with plant medicine, please check my website that is in the description below, including what I also offer. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being present. And thank you for being who you are. Many blessings and much love.